Hey guys, it's February 16th, 2021. Let's take a look at what happened to Palantir and their 2020 Q4 results. So, Palantir's Q4 results didn't go too well, apart from the consensus. I don't believe that the miss on the EAPS was the issue. I believe the issue was due to Peter Thiel's guidance of it being lower for them this year instead of like a 42% increase in that area. They are projecting a 30% revenue increase this year, so it's lower. Which kind of, it doesn't really make sense in some ways because they've just partnered up with IBM. And they are, they should be getting more visibility as IBM has a global business with a global sales team. However, I can probably see it due to mainly they're probably getting an inkling from the current administration of less government contracts, because previous to recent quarter, this Q1 quarter, their most of their revenue is from the government, utilizing mainly the Gotham software and Apollo. So they are starting to gain some interest in the Foundry. So hopefully we'll get there might be a surprise as we go along this year, but. Nonetheless, we did manage to gap up and push up. So thinking that because of that 42% increase in year-over-year revenue for Q4, that was a positive item until the weak guidance for 2021 was spoken, and that's when the shares took a tumble. Great thing is that we're holding here on this line around the $28 mark. So hopefully tomorrow we'll maybe start to gain up from there and maybe go up $1. Right now, it's just too soon to tell what's going on with Palantir as far as what it's going to do. The one other thing is on a daily time frame, it doesn't look too great because that's quite a gap down. So it may continue to sell off in the 26-25 arena. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, we're kind of in this range of, the $29 mark, and I wouldn't go as $25.50. So we'll see if those levels get tested. Hopefully. If they do get tested, that it holds well, and then, hopefully we'll go for the bounce back up. But that may take quite a bit of time. This may take the entire week, and then we'll start to see an upside maybe next week. So we just got to kind of wait to see how investors feel about the lower guidance, and then hopefully maybe, take a look into quarter one's current revenue interests, and they have expanded quite a bit into the commercial side, but that's not as much as probably they would like to see. So it's still a growing portion. So other than that, that's pretty much the whole thing with them. So I don't really see much more in there other than the fact that they're weak projections. Also, the other main item that needs to be discussed is, or you guys need to look at, is in Palantir. The last year when they did their IPO, there was a share lockup for employees. That is going to be expiring here by Friday. it was indicated that by fourth quarter, 3 days after report, that will be set to expire. So personally, and I'm not a financial analyst or a professional trader. This is just my thoughts and how I trade this. That the share lockup will cause the stock to dip a bit. So we got to keep that in mind. So on this 19th, that's going to happen. And so just, I would probably look at it from, if you're looking to build a position here for it to be next week. So it's kind of FYI. But yeah, here's a listing of all some of the contracts that they have nabbed for this Q1 quarter for 2021. So right now we're looking at roughly 44, 66, and 8. So roughly about 72 million so far, 72 million and a half. So it's looking good, but I don't, I have to compare it back to last year's Q1 and see how well it's going against that year over year. But as noted by Peter Thiel, 30% instead of 40% as of year over year that's been growing. So other than that, it's taking a beating, guys. So just keep an eye on it. If you are looking to build a position in Palantir, just wait till next week. I mean, it is a good company. It's solid, but, I think it's one of those companies that it gets shorted a lot. So, take it with your own precaution, with your own patience. All right, guys. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, we'll start to see some upside for a little bit. Maybe it's a day trade, but just keep an eye out on that employee share expiration this Friday. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good night.